Hey, what's up, everyone? I want to welcome you guys to another episode of Here's What I Think with your host, Charles Tabansi, where we discuss everything from current events, economics, politics, and how it all relates to business and life. And today we have a pretty interesting show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So let's get into today's content. It's been a while since we've touched on the Diddy case, but we got some pretty interesting news yesterday that I said, okay, let's talk about it now. Let's give you guys an update. Some of the other stories and developments that have been coming out have been pretty much the same as they've always been. This new accuser comes out, that new accuser comes out, this one accuser came out, that accused. Nothing has really been substantiated yet. But the last time we talked about this story, we produced a show that was centered on the defense, Sean Diddy Combs' defense, basically requesting that the judge make public or unseal some of the names of the accusers against Diddy so that they can better prepare themselves in court. That was the last time we heard on this case, at least the last time we covered it on this particular channel here. But it seems like yesterday some major news came out that we want to cover, and we want to read from two sources here. The first source is from the Tribune.com. It says, Diddy accusers ordered to reveal real name by judge or face case dismissal. Continues on, a judge has ruled that a woman accusing Sean Diddy of the R word must reveal her identity for her lawsuit to proceed. Filed under Jane Doe in the Southern District of New York, her complaint alleges that Combs R'd her in 2004 when she was 19 years old, when she was a 19 years old college student. However, Judge Mary Kay ruled that Doe's desire for anonymity does not override the public's interest in transparency. The judge stated, public humiliation is not enough, adding that defendants have a right to defend themselves, which would be challenging without knowing Doe's identity. Doe's lawyer claims that Combs threatened her life if she attempted to flee and the alleged assault, but the judge said they failed to provide significant evidence supporting risk of mental harm if Doe's name is disclosed. She noted that no evidence from a mental health professional or sworn affidavit was submitted. Doe's legal team, led by attorney Tony Busby, filed a complaint under the Victims Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, allowing a 2-year period to file older claims. Busby has not commented on the court's decision. The judge has given Doe until November 13th to refile with her real name or face dismissal of the case. The complaint accuses Combs and several entities, including Bad Boy Records LLC and Marriott International, of complicity. Files alongside 5 similar cases. It alleges that Doe attended one of Combs' photo shoots in 2004, later joining an after party where the assault allegedly occurred. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, I think that the judge is being fair. Think about it from the standpoint if you were in this situation. Imagine if you're facing a mountain of allegations. One person is saying this, one accuser is saying that, one accuser is saying this, one accuser is saying that, and you're like, okay, I'm going to put together a legal defense to defend myself. But the only problem is they're like, okay, but we can't tell you who these people are. We're just going to tell you when this happened. And you're like, but so how am I supposed to be able to defend myself? How is this even fair? And I think that the judge is taking the same position. She's like, well, look, we don't want to look like we're just completely biased against this guy. We don't want to look like he's being railroaded here. So at least give the defense enough information to at least be able to defend himself so we have a fair trial in court. I think that's fair. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But look, let's just say it like this. There are a lot of people that have come to the conclusion that Diddy's guilty. And the reason they've come to this conclusion is because of that footage, that gruesome footage that was released of him assaulting Cassie in that hotel lobby. So that particular video has essentially tainted his image, right? And he's lost a lot of credibility. Why? Because when he came out initially, he said he was innocent. He didn't do anything. And then the video came out, like, oh, you lied. And then obviously his mother came out and spoke about it. So a lot of people felt like whatever benefit of the doubt that they were going to give Diddy, he lost it when that video came out. What's important to keep in mind here, however, is that Diddy is not on trial for what took place in that video. A lot of people seem to think that. As a matter of fact, a lot of people seem to be confused in general of a lot of the facts surrounding this case. Some people feel like Diddy's being tried for the stuff that you hear Gene Deal or this guy or that guy or Freddie, whoever it is, talking about on the internet. That's not what he's being tried for. So a lot of people feel like that's something when it's nothing. What those guys are doing is painting a picture of him, right? They're painting a picture of him, so you would think that he's this evil, blah, 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 blah. Why they're doing it, they all have their own personal reasons for why they're doing so. I don't know the reason. I don't care to know the reason. But I think that the decision and the ruling that the judge made is 100% fair. I don't think she's taking favor of anyone. As a matter of fact, it will look like the courts would be against him, this case Diddy and his defense team, had they decided to do the opposite and said, no, you have no right to know who's accusing you, so you just go out there and defend yourself to the best of your abilities. It would look like there would be some issues with this case had that been the decision. But hey, ultimately, we're going to have to wait and see how this case ultimately unfolds in the coming weeks and months, next month, when really, next year, rather, when this thing really kicks off. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about the ruling of the court? Do you think it's fair, unfair, whatever you guys think? Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys on the next show.